It would have been a nightmare, I think.
In football, 3 games into the season and already plenty of drama on and off the field.
In the last 2 hours, Norwich City's assistant manager Ian Butterworth announced his resignation from the club, saying he didn't think the new coaching team would want him hanging around. All of our sides were in action last night, so let's find out how they got on in your part of the region.
A point from 9 isn't a great start, but then Ipswich boss Roy Keane never said it was going to be a piece of pudding. The very fact that he was appointed raised expectations here. Former Blues star Darren Ambrose did the damage with 2 goals for Crystal Palace in a 3-1 defeat. Alex Bruce gave 20,000 fans some hope. But ex-Colchester player Neil Dans, or Disco Dans as they used to call him, had the last waltz.
Very disappointed. Obviously, we'd fancy the game coming up tonight, especially after a fairly poor performance in our last home game. So it obviously wasn't ideal to concede 2 goals at the start second half and made it a long night for ourselves.
Colchester lost their manager to Norwich yesterday. Paul Lambert may have walked out, but it galvanised the fans and the team. A penny for your thoughts. After Norwich's raid on the Col-U dugout, Joe Dunn was left in charge. His side were 2-1 winners over Gillingham after coming back from a goal down. Scott Vernon and Kevin Lisby were the men on song.
Well, I thought they were great. I thought they were magnificent, especially in the second half. I thought we were a little bit loose in the first half, but there's been a lot going on in the last couple of days. And I thought their effort and their commitment and desire to win was what got us through, along with the help of the fans, who were great.
Played 3, won 3, top of the league. They may have lost their manager, but Colchester United haven't lost their spirit. Colchester's former manager, Paul Lambert, was watching his new side Norwich lose at Brentford. He viewed from the stands as the Ians, Butterworth and Crook took charge on the night. Norwich lost 2-1 with Tudor Jones scoring for the Canaries in the last minute. After 3 games away, it's back to base for Norwich and back to basics. Southend went to Wycombe on the back of 2 draws. After this one finished 1-1, it looks like they will be automatic X's on a Paul's coupon from now on. The Blues came from behind to earn a point, a ballistic missile of a header from Jean-Francois Christophe. Manager Steve Tilson said his side were better. They should have won. They're going in the right direction, and it won't be long before the draws become wins. Sean Peel, BBC Look East.
And you can see the highlights of all the games last night by logging on to bbc.co.uk/football. And you can do that from tomorrow morning.
A picturesque area of Suffolk has been inundated not only by nature lovers, but by a rare insect.
It's the willow emerald damselfly, and the place to see it is Staverton Lakes near Woodbridge, which is where our chief reporter Kim Riley is now.
I don't blame it for coming here, Stuart. Actually, it is an absolutely beautiful spot. Now, I was given some vital clues about it this morning. It likes water, but it lays its eggs in the trees. It's about 1.5 inches long, and like its name implies, it's emerald green. All we had to do was find it. No end of insects paraded in front of us, the colourful dragonflies and damselflies leaving most of them in the shade. There are 50 species in Britain. This the migrant hawker, another immigrant from the continent. And this one, the common darter. The lake is a happy hunting ground for Ipswich photographer Charles Whitfield King.
I think once the sun is out, then it shows their true colours, and there's so many different colours and varieties that you've just got so much to choose from, really.
Time to call in the expert. Adrian Parr is Suffolk's official dragonfly recorder, focusing his attention up in the trees. Within half an hour, bingo, a willow emerald damselfly, no less.
Up until this year, it had only been seen in Britain, I think it's 3 times over the last, well, maybe century even. But suddenly this year, it's turned up in quite large numbers in this particular area of Suffolk, and people are getting quite excited about it, understandably. I have a sneaky feeling that probably they were present last year, it's just nobody had got their eyes tuned as to where to look, but now people obviously have, and it'd be very interesting to see how they spread, or indeed if they spread across the rest of the country. Now they seem to have got a foothold in the region.
Global warming has seen Mediterranean species spreading their wings and heading north. this damselfly, the latest to cross the water and find itself very much at home. Just like twitchers after a rare bird, dragonfly fans have been coming here hoping to catch a glimpse. Already it's been seen at another couple of sites nearby, and the thought is that in a few years' time it might have the word common at the front of its name. Back to you, Stuart.
Kim, thank you very much indeed. Now, you may not have noticed, but it's been hot today, very hot, approaching 30 degrees, or the mid-80s if you prefer Fahrenheit.
And now that the summer is here at last, people have been out enjoying the sunshine. So we asked Mike Liggins to put on some shorts.
We did not ask him to put on shorts.
He chose. He did put on some sun cream as well. And he went out to see what he could find.
Sun, sea, sand and slow-moving traffic. It's Carnival Week in Cromer, and while cars were still piling into the town, the Red Arrows were doing their thing with beautiful blue skies as a backdrop.
Really brilliant weather. We haven't got that cold east wind, and everyone's in the sea.
Best we've had for a long while on the East Coast, I have to say.
The Peterborough Lido was packed, while at Colchester Zoo, keepers were keeping the elephants cool with a hose pipe. And of course, thirsty elephants also need plenty to drink. They could probably do with air conditioning. Here in Cambridge, the engineers at this firm are working at full stretch.
The service side goes up on hot weather because, like any mechanical device, things are more likely to fail when they're put under pressure.
It was a great day for messing about in boats. This is the Ouse in Cambridgeshire. While in the Fens, the harvest is still in full swing. Even with air-conditioned cabs, it can be hot, sticky work. But if you think that's bad, how about being on the footplate of a steam tray? Strangely, the crews on the North Norfolk Light Railway don't seem to mind it.
It's like a sauna. Yeah, that's right. Cheaper than a sauna.
So yes, if you didn't have to work, it was a wonderful sunshine day, our one day of summer. It can't last, surely. Or can it? Mike Liggins, BBC Look East.
If you remember that, shoulders that thing, thinking the water's going to be cold when you get there. Was that the day of summer or not?
No, I think we'll have some more, but it's the last day of this one. Yeah, it's not tomorrow. Your shoulders would have been raised, getting ready for 17 Celsius out there at the moment. That's what the sea temperatures are.